Okay, folks, what I did was I took the countries with the most visa-free travel, uh, countries and territories that you could go to visa-free or visa-free on arrival in the world. And then I took the countries that had, of these top ones, which one had the best tax laws. This way you kind of killing two birds with one stone. Another thing you should be looking at too is also if the country allows dual citizenship. I'm not going to go so much in that detail, but the visa-free travel and the taxes I am. So this can give you a better picture. It kind of puts everything in a nutshell. Because a lot of people, what happens is they go to countries and they'll get one, but they don't get the other. This is this where you're killing two birds with one stone. All right, let's look at number one. France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Singapore, and Spain ranked number one at 194 visa-free or visa-free arrival countries and territories. The problem with these countries, almost all of these here have bad tax laws except for Singapore. The problem with Singapore, though, it doesn't allow dual citizenship. I think that's real important. If a country does allow dual citizenship, I would tell you just stay away from it. I wish it didn't have that. I mean, maybe one day they will do away with that, but that is a problem. But they've got a real good territorial tax system. It is a very expensive place to live. If you want to go there and reside, that's fine. But if you want to go there and get a passport, I would tell you to waive it. I mean, there are better options than going that route. Number two is Finland, South Korea, and Sweden, with 193 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival, countries and territories that you can go to. This list too composes around 28 countries too, so you're getting quite a few countries on this list. All three of those countries are really bad. They all tax worldwide income heavily if you live there, and you live there. Most countries is about 183 days a year. If you live there, they'll tax you on your worldwide income. Number three is Austria, Denmark, Ireland, and Netherlands. Now, all of these except for Ireland have really bad tax laws. Ireland is excellent. It's bad if you're domiciled there, but if you're non-domiciled there, they only tax you on your income that's remitted. And what you can do is you can actually remit money before you set up residency. There are some banks that will let you set up bank accounts there before you establish residency. Very difficult to find in the EU, but there are a couple of banks there in Ireland that will let you do that. And it won't count towards the remittance if you bring that money in before you get residency. That's the whole key. There are also other ways you can remit money back in even after it starts. We've got other videos on that. You can look at that, and we can also talk to you on that and how that works. Now, but again, like I said, the neat thing about Ireland is you can really not just determine your taxation by what you bring in, but they've got real good tax exchange agreements on withholding taxes on dividends with other countries. And in fact, it can actually be a lot better than a tax saving country or a pure tax saving country, because a lot of these pure tax saving countries don't have real good tax exchange agreements like Ireland does. So Ireland is really a top-notch country for this. Number four is Belgium, Luxembourg, Norway, Portugal, and the UK. Now, these countries here can go to 191 visa-free or visa-free arrival countries and territories. There is one problem with the UK is they're doing away with their non-dom program. So, it's pretty much going to be off this list as far as good for taxation purposes. And the UK only had it for a certain period of time anyway. It only lasted about 7 years, and then they cut it back to 4. It's going to totally disseminate. It's not going to be a good place for taxes anymore. You're going to see a lot of wealthy people move away from that country. Belgium, Luxembourg, Norway, ridiculous high taxes if you live there. You don't want to be going to these countries and getting residency and citizenship. Avoid them. Portugal is on this list. I've always said Portugal. It's better than any of the other ones on here. The problem with Portugal is it's a tax trap. They got the 10-year non-habitual tax regime program, but you still have a 20%, basically right at a 20% flat rate tax. Excuse me, if you have a local business. And remember, that program only lasts 10 years. And remember, if you're going there for the citizenship, forget it, man. It's unless you can speak Portuguese, because they're going to require you to learn that language to do that. They do allow dual citizenship, and I'm telling you, I've seen so many people walk away from that program because they cannot speak the Portuguese language. That's a big hang up. Number 5 is countries composed of Greece, Malta, and Switzerland. Now, we're looking at 190 countries visa-free or visa-free on arrival, the countries and territories you can travel to with these 3 passports. The problem with Greece and Switzerland, Switzerland does have Greece is really bad. Just forget Greece. They tax you to death. It's not a good place to go if you're trying to avoid taxes. Switzerland is better than Greece, but they're still going to tax you on your worldwide income. They do have a flat rate taxation, or you can also pick a remote canton, which the more remote ones like Zug, they'll give you a lower tax base, but you're still going to pay taxes on your worldwide income, except with a flat rate taxation. But if you ever get citizenship, that changes. The other problem with Malta, which is the other one, Malta's got, of those 3, Malta's the best. It's not as good as Ireland, though. One thing I don't like about Malta, the weather is better there than it is in Ireland. But the thing I don't like about it, I'm a real stickler on taxes, and Malta has a minimum €5,000 you got to pay, even if you get your taxes to zero on the non-dom program. So even if you don't bring enough in to pay any taxes, they're still going to hit you $5,000 a year to live there. You can deal with that. The weather is better than Ireland. Your visa-free travel is only 2 countries difference. Ireland has 2 more visa-free or visa-free on arrival countries and territories that you can travel to versus Ireland. I just hate that €5,000 thing, but if you can deal with that, that's it's better than the other ones, other than Ireland. Now, number 6 is Australia, Czechoslovakia, New Zealand, and Poland. All 4 of those have bad tax laws. If I had to say, probably the one that's got the best is New Zealand, but they all tax you on worldwide income. I would skip all of those countries, but you can go to 189 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival countries and territories you can travel to with those passports. Number 7 is Canada, Hungary, and the United States. All 3 of those are bad if you live there long enough to pay taxes. They all tax you on your worldwide income. Now, Hungary has got the better tax laws. The problem with Hungary, if you go in there to get the passport, you're still going to have to pass a Hungarian test. And I've talked with the lawyer there. We've dealt with people working with them on there. You're looking at 8 years about to get the passport. And when they say 8, it's probably going to take you longer than that. Okay. So Hungary it does tax your worldwide income, but it's a lot lower rates than Canada or the United States. To put this kind of in a nutshell, if you're trying to find the best deal other than weather, it would be Ireland. If weather's a big deal, then you can pick Malta. That would be, I would say, probably number 2 on there. Switzerland is pretty nice. It's you can get your taxes down pretty low. You're not going to get them to zero, and you're going to have to like cold weather too, because Switzerland is cold climate most of the year. If you want to know more how to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 4 to 8 months, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And if you got any more questions, just send them to us, and we'll be glad to help you out any way we can. I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.